If you've been watching the headlines lately, it's easy to feel worried. And if you're feeling a bit unsettled right now, you're not alone. It's completely normal, especially with the nonstop commentary and just coming from every direction. But here's the good news: your portfolio isn't built like the headlines. We've seen recently the markets drop 10 to 15%, or maybe even a little bit more, and it could go down more. But because we're working together, your portfolio has been built for the unexpected, and it's been built for the things that we can't control. We've mentioned this before, but that's where the conservative bucket comes in. And in this simple drawing, the conservative bucket here, this is what we're going to use for income during volatile times like this. So we don't have to go touch any assets or investments in the growth bucket or in the middle bucket there, especially while these are temporarily down. And many of those assets in the conservative bucket, those are flat to positive year to date. And many of you, you've got 5 to 10 years worth of income in that bucket alone. So hopefully that brings a little bit more peace of mind as we're going through this time. Unfortunately, the people that have the most pain or feel the most pain right now, they're the ones who didn't plan this way, right? They're reacting emotionally, maybe right now. But we don't need to. Your plan was built before the chaos, so we don't have to make emotional decisions right in the middle of it. And keep this in mind too. These types of declines, they can reverse just as quickly as they began. I mean, look back at 2020, in March of 2020, it could happen again. And if you were a client back then, you may have took advantage of the opportunities during that special time that we had. And on the topic of things changing quickly, I actually have proof that it can happen. It happened today. As I was getting ready to record this video this morning, the S&P 500 was down maybe 4 to 5%. And then there was some sort of news leak or something that happened that said there might be a 90-day pause on tariffs. And then the markets instantly, in a few minutes, jumped to a positive 8% in a few seconds or a few minutes. And turns out the report was inaccurate, so the markets dropped back down. But that's the point. We can't control what they say or do, but we can control what we do. And the best days in the market often happen during the worst times. And study after study shows that if you miss just the 10 best days each year, the long-term returns can drop dramatically. That's why we keep running the streamlined investment system the way that we've been doing it. And we'll keep looking behind the scenes for opportunities to see if there's rebalancing that makes sense, or if there's some tax smart strategies to implement or take advantage of. And just remember, Streamline, we've been around, this company's been around for 25 years, over 25 years. And our clients have seen the dot-com bust, 2008, the pandemic, and everything else in between. And drawdowns like this, unfortunately, they're common, even if this one feels like a different kind of storm. But your plan, it's not built just to weather the storm, but to keep moving through and moving you forward to get to the other side. So thanks for trusting us to be with you as we move through this together. And we're here if you need to talk. And I'll talk to you soon.